So it took me a while to do this video. I was thinking about it because this is very personal, and I didn't know if I wanted to put it all out there, but I think it's time. Hi guys, welcome to another episode. It's gonna be story time today, and I'm gonna share with you an experience that happened with me a couple years ago. And the intent of this video is for somebody to watch it and be inspired, be helped, know that you're not the only person that is going through this or has gone through this, and that there is indeed a light at the end of the tunnel. Before we get into the story, I want you to click that subscribe button down below, turn on your notifications, give this video a thumbs up, and tell your friend, your brother, sister, uncle, auntie, all your relatives, a stranger on the street, just tell them to subscribe to this channel. Okay, so let's get personal. So I got married in 2010, the happiest time of my life. It was amazing. I was getting married to my best friend. You're just on a high. In 2011, I got pregnant. It was super special. I told all my friends. I didn't wait until the 15-week mark that you're supposed to wait. I told all my friends, and we're also excited. We're planning and can't wait for this baby to come because baby's gonna be so spoiled. And I found out I was having I found out I wanted to have a girl. So I didn't really know whether or not I was having a girl because the doctor didn't give me a clear indication, but I was buying everything girl. My friends are buying everything girl. Like, we wanted a girl. Okay. And I'm gonna show you guys a little picture that I have looking on here after I tell you the story. So in October of 2011, I went into labor. In September of 2011, I started to feel some cramps and stuff. It's my first time, carrying a child, and so I don't know what these pains are. I'm thinking they say it's Braxton Hicks, so I'm like, oh, this is what it feels like. But on the night of the 24th of September, I remember feeling just like real excruciating pain. And, I was like, I made it through the night, guys. I was holding it. I was like, this is Braxton Hicks. This is what I'm supposed to do. And the next day I was still feeling it. So I called my gynecologist, and I was in Jamaica at this time. I called my gynecologist. I'm like, okay, listen, this is some serious cramps that I'm feeling. I'm not sure what it is because as a first-time mom, I had no clue what was happening. So she's like, no, go into the hospital, right? And let them check you out. Now, guys, if you're from Jamaica, when you go to the hospital, and I went to the UWI hospital, the University of the West Indies hospital. I was in like extreme pain, and I was in the waiting area for no lie almost the entire day, sitting with this pain because no one thought it was extremely important that they take a look at this pregnant lady to see what's happening. Anyway, we got through that. We went to the second section. So University of West Indies is a teaching hospital. And this video is not in any way this is not bashing that hospital or anything. I'm just letting you know what my experience is because I do believe they have good doctors at that hospital. So I went in. It's a teaching hospital. So one person come in. Okay, let me check your cervix. Goes in, does a sweep, checks the cervix. Goes out. Next person come in. Let me check your cervix. Okay. And then they're like, oh, you're dilated. Okay. Since you see that these pain is happening, you know, you're dilated. Okay. Go away, next hour, comes back. This is a third person that is checking my cervix. You know what happened this time? Blood gushed out. That is when they started to rush me to the emergency room. When I got to the emergency room, like for those of you who are mothers, you know that when you're in labor, your body is just basically pushing that baby out itself, like involuntary, like it's just like gotta come out. So that was happening. The nurse looked at me and the nurse was like, don't push. I'm like, ah! And yeah, so no meds, no nothing. 2 pushes and the baby came out. The baby was 1.7 pounds and 20 centimeters. I'm trying not to get too emotional with this. So yeah, the baby came out and the baby cried. So I was like, oh my God, that's a good sign. Because sorry guys, I was 7 months at this point, and they normally say a baby can survive at 7 months, right? So the baby came out, he made her cry. It was a girl. We named her Milani. They took her away, you know, put her in the incubator, you know, get stuff going on her and stuff. So the next day I actually got to see the baby. Me and my husband is there at that time, right? I was pretty much discharged the next day because I was fine, right? The bleeding has subsided and stuff like that, so I was okay to go home, but my baby wasn't. So sorry guys. So yeah, that happened. So for the next couple of days, you know, we were spending all our time at the hospital. You know, going back and forth. Had to be pumping milk and stuff, even though at that point she couldn't yet drink the milk. She was still on tubes and stuff. Couldn't really hold her. It was the worst thing ever. So that continued for about 30 days. Within that 30 days, I think she had like about 3 blood transfusions. So I get a call in the middle of the night, like, oh, we need to do a blood transfusion. Do we have your permission and stuff like that? I'm like, of course, go ahead. She was hooked up on a lot of tubes and stuff, and you know, it was a really tough 30 days for her as well as us, right? So anyway, we was there one night, you know, she was looking good. She started to drink milk and stuff, and like, we are praying, and tell you guys, we are praying, we are fasting, we have so many prayer groups praying for this baby and stuff. It was a very rough 30 days to say the least. On that day, on October 26th, we were at home getting ready to go see her, and we got a phone call saying that at this point they're gonna have to take her off the ventilator, because if she even survives this, you know, her brain's damaged and there's not enough oxygen going to her brain and everything's not happening. Like, she's just not, it would be cruel to let her continue to go through this and stuff like that. And they're like, her heart rate has dropped so low, and yeah, she's not gonna make it. Guys, oh my God, it was like me and my husband, our world just completely
our world just completely crashed at that point, because this is our first child, you know, 1 year married, and you know, we're excited, you know. She was beautiful and feisty, even though she was only here for like 30 days. Trust and believe, she was so feisty, and attitude and all that stuff. And I remember me and him both, like, we looked at each other and we just completely broke down, and we both just started to cry. And you know, and then we went to the hospital, you know, to say our goodbyes. And that's when we actually got to hold the baby. At that point, it felt like a walk of shame, because you had to walk through where all the babies were and all the parents were, to go look at your baby that is no longer breathing, that is lifeless. It was one of the hardest things we've ever had to do. And I just remember thinking that this has to be a dream, like, this can't be real. And then after we said our goodbyes and we held our baby, you know, we opted to have the body cremated. We didn't do any elaborate funeral or anything like that. We just celebrated her life, me and him together with nobody else, just me and him, just having that memory with us, and just remembering those 30 days the best way we possibly could. And it was difficult also when we had to call our friends and tell our friends, you know what, the baby is no more. And every time we called a friend, it's like we were reliving that moment. And to be honest, we call our friends, it's like we're calling them to tell them, but we know that they don't know what to say. And to be honest, there's nothing you can say in that point to really, you know, there's nothing you can say, like, but we have a group of amazing friends and family that really surrounded us with love. And they really tried to reassure us that, you know what, everything happens for a reason, and there's a purpose in everything. And while we know that's true, when you're in the moment and somebody tells you everything happens for a reason, you're just like, okay, shut up, I don't want to hear that. After that happened, I went through a period of where I was just like lost, because I blamed myself, because I'm like, even though I don't necessarily think I did anything wrong. I was eating healthy, I was doing my checkups, I was doing everything I was supposed to do. As a mom, you feel that guilt because you're the one that's carrying a baby. You felt like you did something wrong. And I blamed myself for a minute that, you know, what did I do? What didn't do? Did I not eat enough of this? Did I not take enough of that? You know what I mean? Did I not do enough exercises? Should I have been doing this? And you go through that period where you blame yourself for what has happened, because it's just so unbelievable. It's been a while since I've really talked about this. If you know me, I don't really talk like you see a smile on my face, I go about and I don't, you know, really dwell on things. But I went through a period where I was just sad and I didn't work for a year. Thank God for my friends. You know, they came out, we went to movies, we hung out. I'm gonna tell you, when this happened, one of my best friends lives in Philly, Katie Ann, and Kadisha, you know, she was still there in Jamaica, one of my other best friends. She invited me out, and I was like, okay, fine. We went to Cuddy's. Cuddy's is now closed, but that was our hangout, and I went there. I walked to the door, and I saw Katie in there. This happened, and she did not hesitate. She got on a plane, and she was right by my side, and to this day I am forever grateful for that, because she knew that in that moment I needed the closest people to me around me, and she's one of those persons, and Kadisha is one of those persons, Jason is one of those persons. I appreciate you guys so much, because you guys don't even know how much it meant to me to have your support during that time. I've never really spoken about this because clearly I get so emotional when I talk about this, but they were such a great source of strength during this period, as well as my mom and my mother-in-law, my father-in-law. You know, they were all, you know, by my side, and my husband was absolutely amazing through this. Like, you know, they have this thing like Jamaican men don't cry or whatever. He was completely vulnerable in this situation, and we grieved together. We didn't grieve separate, we grieved together, and it made our relationship a whole lot stronger. So I just want to tell you guys, like, we go through things in life and we may not know the purpose, but there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Because fast forward to 2014, I gave birth to another beautiful baby girl. She looks exactly like my first child. It's pretty incredible to see. And then in 2017, I gave birth to my handsome young boy. So now I have 2 kids, and I'm thankful every day for the experience that I went through. Yes, it was horrible. Yes, it was rough, but it certainly formed the fabric for my life, and I am forever grateful for that experience. I'm forever grateful for the persons that have been in my life and that supported me and that have continued to support me. And this picture that I was holding earlier, I made this picture with the 3 ultrasounds of all my 3 kids, starting with Milani, and then Madison, and then Bryson. This is how I remember her. I keep her right here, and it's posted up in the bedroom. And every year at her birthday, you know, every time I hear about somebody losing a child, or, you know, it awakens something in me. And I just wanted to do this video to tell you guys, like, it hurts, and I can't tell you that the pain will go away, but you'll definitely learn better coping mechanisms as the years go by. It still hurts, but I'm happy. Like, I'm happy. Like, everything happens for a reason, and now I can look back and say, you know what, there was a purpose. And when you're going through it, you might not see it, but trust and believe there is a purpose for everything that happens in your life. And I am grateful for my experiences. I am grateful. The one other thing I wanted to share with you guys is that because of what happened with my first child, when I got pregnant with my other 2 kids, I kept it private. I kept it to myself. Only people that were close to me, or if you see me, you would know that I was pregnant. And this is because, and some of my friends were kind of upset about it, but it's because the fear of losing this child, like the first one, and having to explain, call everybody and say, hey, guess what, you know what I mean? But don't live in fear, guys. I wish I didn't live in fear and I just let go and completely enjoyed each pregnancies, because I did enjoy the pregnancies. However, I was holding back some of my happiness in fear of what might happen. So guys, just let go, just live and let God. I'm thankful for God's presence in my life, and for sure he's the worst reason why I am completely sane right now. He's the reason why I'm able to smile now. He's the reason why I'm okay. You know what I mean? I'm genuinely okay. And yeah, guys, I just wanted to share that with you. I hope it helps somebody. If you have any questions, or if you just want to talk, you can leave a comment down below, or you can send me a DM on or send me an email. I'm gonna leave all of my socials down below. You can follow me on them. Send me a message, and yeah, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. And thank you guys for taking a minute to listen to my story, and I do hope it is of some help to someone.